Hello, everybody. We are on day 12 of our 28-day gratitude practice, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. This is a book filled with 28 practices for 28 days, and I said I'm going to challenge myself to go live 28 days. So far I only missed one day, so I double recorded. And I just want to remind anybody, if you do miss a day, the most important thing to do is to continue practices from day 1 and day 2, which is to start your day off first thing when you get up, to make a list of 10 things that you're grateful for and really feel the gratitude for those things and say thank you. And then before you go to sleep at night, hold your rock in your hand and feel and think about all the different things that happened during the day, and tell the rock thank you for whatever the best thing that happened to you that day was. So fundamentally, those are the two major things. You're starting your day with gratitude, you're ending your day with gratitude, and each day of the 28 days, there's one extra practice that's added on to those two practices just to amplify the magic. So today, we're on day 12, and the chapter is called Magical People Who Made a Difference. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Albert Schweitzer, a Nobel Peace Prize winning medical missionary and philosopher. Every one of us has received help, support, or guidance from other people or at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. And then life goes on, and we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until well into the future. When you look back on your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better, the person may have been a teacher or a coach, an aunt, uncle, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. They may have been a doctor, a nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner and to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know, and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core. My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love of those things with me, all of them affected. My grandmother gave me, sorry, I don't know, people are talking in the background at me and I'm trying to continue to read. My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love of those things with me, all of them affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led me to becoming a writer. And my love of the countryside has influenced where I've lived throughout my life. My grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. At the same time, I thought she was just teaching me to be polite. It was only later in my life I realized that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother ever gave me. She is not alive anymore, but I continue to be grateful to her for the huge influence she had on the course of my life. Thank you, Grandma. Today, you're going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone, find some alone time during the day, sit down and think about 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reasons why you're grateful to them and how they have affected the course of your life. Make sure you do this magical practice with all 3 people in one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up this magical practice throughout the day, You will not feel the same depth of gratitude, nor receive the magical results. Here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an apprentice chef. I am living my dream, and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. It's very important that you say the reasons why you're grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing the results. You will see the magic explode into your life from doing this practice. It numbers among the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform. If you're not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person and address them as though you're writing a letter. When you have completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost, it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness that you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which make you feel even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude. So today, for the magical practice number 12, you're going to count your blessings and make a list of 10 things first thing in the morning of why you're grateful. You can actually do it anytime, but first thing is what I recommend. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel grateful for that blessing as much as you can. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day and make a list of 3 people who made a difference in your life. Work through the list one person at a time, and while talking out loud, tell each person the reason why you're grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. Just before you go to sleep that night, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words thank you for the best thing that happened during that day. And tomorrow's day 13. And day 13 is make all your wishes come true. So make sure you tune in tomorrow so that you can get in on that. Have a great day, guys. Keep following the magic.